Outside, a blizzard is, well, it's screaming. But inside this Amish home at 10 p.m., silence. No humming fans, no gas smell, just a brick wall radiating heat like a living heart. The cost? $50 in scrap and mud. Just 90 minutes of fire for 24 hours of warmth. Compare that to your $400 monthly bill. It's forbidden knowledge. They want you dependent on the grid. Honestly, the reason you haven't heard of this isn't because it doesn't work. It's because it's too efficient to be legal for energy corporations. Look at this footage. If you tune on a thermal imaging camera and point it at a standard modern home on a cold night, well, it's a crime scene. You see those bright orange plumes screaming out of the chimney? That's not just smoke. That's your hard-earned cash evaporating into the freezing night air. Honestly, the whole system is a technical disaster. We've been lied to for decades about what efficient heating actually looks like. A standard wood stove? It's practically designed to fail. You cram it full of expensive logs, you choke the air down to make it burn slow, and what actually happens? You create a low-temperature, smoldering mess. It's literally a soot factory. That thick gunk, that creosote building up in your flue, that's unburned fuel. That is pure energy that should be warming your family's feet. But instead, it's just sitting there, waiting to turn your chimney into a vertical flamethrower and burn your entire life to the ground. Let's look at the math, because the math never lies. 65%. Just think about that. 65% of the thermal energy you pay for is siphoning straight into the atmosphere. You are essentially trying to heat the entire outdoors while you shiver in your living room. The average family you are throwing away roughly $2,000 every single year. You are just tossing it into the wind because of a fundamental, almost intentional flaw in stove design. Your chimney isn't just an exhaust pipe. No, it's a thief. It's a silent brick-and-mortar burglar that reaches into your pocket and steals your labor every time you strike a match. It's absolute madness. The industry tells you this is normal. They want you buying more wood, more gas, more electricity. They want you dependent. But how do you stop it? How do you take that $2,000 and lock it inside your house? The secret lies in a very specific, very strange geometry that corporate engineers, they really don't want you to see. Look, you have to understand something. This isn't just a fireplace. It is a jet engine. Literally, a jet engine caged inside your living room. We call it the rocket mass heater, and the physics behind it, they are absolutely mind-blowing. You see that J-shaped internal chamber? That is the heart of the beast. It creates a massive pressure differential that it literally sucks the fire sideways and then slams it upward into a vertical heat riser. You can actually hear it. It's a low, rhythmic growl. A roar that tells you every single molecule of fuel is being obliterated. Inside that core, the temperature rockets to 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Just stop and think about that number for a second. 1,800 degrees. That is hot enough to melt aluminum. Most wood stoves just smolder and waste energy. But here, at 1,800 degrees, something incredible happens. The smoke itself, it actually catches fire. This is what we call secondary combustion. It is the holy grail of thermal engineering. When you look at the exhaust pipe outside, you don't see thick, black, choking smoke. You see almost nothing. It is just clear water vapor and carbon dioxide. It's total 100% combustion. You are burning the very thing that usually clogs your chimney and pollutes your air. And the beauty of it? You don't need a high-tech factory to build this. You just need fire bricks, some sand, clay, and an old steel barrel. It is primitive tech achieving God-tier efficiency. But the real secret is where that heat goes. It doesn't just fly out the chimney and disappear. No, we trap it. We force that screaming hot air through a massive thermal battery, usually a long, heavy bench made of stone and earth. The core is white hot, but the bench, it's warm, it's safe. You can sit on it, lean against it, even sleep on it while the blizzard rages outside. It's like having a giant captured sun in your house that stays hot for 48 hours after the fire goes out. It's a complete revolution. With this kind of efficiency, you don't need a massive truckload of wood to survive the year. You just need, well, a single wheelbarrow of sticks. One wheelbarrow for the entire season. But this is where things they get dangerous. Because when you become that independent, when you stop paying the utility giants, you become a target. Why is the government so obsessed with banning these? Why are they actually sending teams to tear them down? We are about to go down a very dark rabbit hole. Look, let's talk about Oregon. Imagine building something in your own home it is cleaner, safer, and more efficient than anything on the market. And then the government shows up. They don't come with a handshake. They come with a sledgehammer and a cease-and-desist order. We've seen it happen. Families forced to tear out their own heating systems in the dead of winter because a bureaucrat in an office 300 miles away decided their stove didn't fit the mold. Here is the kicker. These heaters are literally 20 times cleaner than the strictest EPA standards. 20 times. But the bureaucrats, they don't care about the air. They care about the paperwork. They hide behind codes like ASTM E-2779. Now, you have to understand, that is a standard designed specifically for factory-made, mass-produced metal boxes. It is not designed for something you build with your own two hands out of earth and stone. And because you can't get a UL certification for a custom-built thermal mass in your living room, they label it a fire hazard. It's a lie. It's a total, absolute lie. Why do they do it? Well, it's simple. You can't mass-produce a rocket mass heater. You can't put it in a box, slap a barcode on it, and sell it at a big box retailer for $5,000. There is no profit for the utility giants or the corporate stove manufacturers. So, they lobby. They write the rules to protect the industry, not the people. Right now, in 37 states across America, there is absolutely no legal category, none, for a site-built masonry heater. Think about that, 37 states. If it isn't made in a factory, the system treats it like it's a threat to public safety. It's just madness. This isn't just about a stove. It's about control. It's the state telling you that you aren't allowed to be independent. They want you hooked to the grid, paying those monthly bills until the day you die. When you build one of these, you are committing an act of quiet rebellion. You are reclaiming the right to stay warm without asking for permission. They might ban you from putting it in your living room, but they can't stop you from using these 3 legal loopholes to own one legally. Look, I am not just here to vent about the system. I am here to give you the actual blueprint to beat it. If you want to bypass those corporate gatekeepers, you have to be smarter than they are. You have to use their own rulebook as a shield. The first step is the IRC, the International Residential Code. Most people, they just give up when they hear the word no. But tucked away in the fine print is a specific legal category for high-mass masonry heaters. If the inspectors are giving you a hard time about your main living room, you pivot. You build it in an outbuilding, a workshop, a studio, or even a detached garage. These spaces often fall under much more lenient zoning laws. It is the ultimate legal backdoor to energy independence. But listen to me, and listen closely. This is where the engineering becomes, it is literally a matter of life and death. You have to be obsessed with the math, specifically the ratio between your burn tunnel and your heat riser. We are talking about a precise 1-to-2 ratio. If that heat riser is even slightly off, if it is just 1 inch too short, you haven't built a heater. You have built a smoke bomb that will ruin your home. But if you hit that mark, if you are accurate to the exact inch, it is absolute heaven. You see, we use a zigzag duct system. Instead of letting the heat fly straight out the chimney like a traditional fireplace, which is basically just burning cash, we force that air through horizontal masonry channels. We are trapping that energy. We are squeezing every single BTU out of every scrap of wood. I am telling you this because I want you to be safe while you are being free. When you master this technical precision, you are officially disconnecting from the control of those energy giants. But you see, the biggest reward? It is not even the thousands of dollars you are going to save. It is something much, much bigger. Look, at the end of the day, this is not just about saving a few bucks on your utility bill. It is about taking back the power, literally. When the grid fails or when those energy prices skyrocket again, you are not a victim anymore. You are the master of your own environment. But remember, this kind of freedom, well, it demands absolute respect. You cannot cut corners. You have to be precise because that math, that 1-to-2 ratio, it is what keeps your family safe while you are stepping away from the system. There is this incredible quiet peace that comes when you realize you do not need a billion-dollar corporation to keep you warm. You realize that you, with your own two hands and a bit of engineering, have finally, honestly, become truly free.